Hey everybody, how y'all doing? It's been a minute. I've sort of been. Today is good God, what is today? It's May 13th, I believe. And we're still in the thick of this pandemic stuff. And I coming into this whole pandemic. This whole conversation is just going to be like a sidebar. I just want to talk to y'all and check in and just share what my experience has been during this whole thing. I really came into it thinking that, oh my God, I'm sure a lot of y'all were sort of on the same thing where it's like, all right, well, it seemed like a doomsday type thing. And that feeling came and went very, very quickly. I think I don't even know. I don't remember when we actually shut down. I want to say it was like, I don't know, it's been like 30 years ago. But it seems like it's been a really, really long time. But I think it's, for me personally, I think it's just been so much growth. Like, I feel like I've gone through like 30 years of wisdom in this time. Like, I've really gotten to know myself on such an amazing, incredible level. Like, I'm so in love, and I'm so peaceful. I'm Buddha. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not trying to impress upon anybody that like, we're still in the middle of a situation. But like, that shit, none of that stuff is fazing me. Really, like, the only time I find that I've been getting out of whack, out of balance, is when I'm not grounding myself. Like, it's sort of been I'm really getting the whole do the work thing. It's not really something that's separate from the rest of your life.
That's his bell that pumps air in and out.
Honey, you still gotta put some clothes on. Did you make your bed up? Yeah, hashtag quarantine life. It's just me and Avery, and it's cool. He's being a 5-year-old. It is what it is. But yeah, going back to the whole do the work thing, like, it's not something that you compartmentalize separate from your life. Oh, this is a blanket I've been using for picnics out in my backyard. We've been on vacation. Y'all can probably see the pool and the reflection and my shades. Yeah, I've been so grateful for my backyard. Like, oh my God. But yeah, it's not this, the work part isn't separate from your life. You know what I'm saying? It's an extension of who you are, really. It has to essentially, like, those important things, like taking the time to be quiet and listen to yourself or listen to God, that has to be incorporated into your life as a I wake up, I brush my teeth, and I meditate type thing. And before this time period, I really didn't think about it like that. And I think just a lot of stuff that went over my head, like you hear it all the time, but a lot of that stuff was like, it was like, okay, gotcha. It was really going over my head. And so really just, having the opportunity to get to know Tiffany Lashea Newton, um, and in the most beautiful way. Like I'm understanding how judgment plays a role in the way our brains work, and understanding that, I can take what signals I'm getting physically from this body and also understand what's happening there and make a judgment based on higher knowledge of myself, like my body self, and who I'm trying to become, if that makes sense. And just so many different revelations like that have been coming to me. And I'm even in a place where, like, I love where I am now, but I've really, really been looking into, or just, thinking, or I guess creating the scenario of moving to another country, just, living a completely free, uninhibited lifestyle. Like, that's what I want to do. I want to travel the world. Since I was a kid, I've wanted to travel the world. Food is really a big driver for me. I've always loved culinary arts, as far as like, learning about them and like what flavors you can put together and like how, what benefits each plant or each ingredient adds to the meal, and I just, the science of cooking has always been really interesting to me. And so I like the idea of being introduced to different cuisines from around the world. Hold on a second, guys. Yes, baby? You see my handsome little guy?
I brushed my teeth.
Uh-huh.
And made up my bed, put some clothes on.
All right.
And ate my cereal.
And you ate your cereal.
That means I can get that little black pump that says Bell.
That's right, baby. That means you can be a big boy. That means you are a big boy. Thank you. Yeah, we're on a schedule. I'm giving him a lot more freedom, and myself. This whole process has been really eye-opening for me, and I'm really starting to think about how I approach parenting him. I think, and this is no offense to anyone, parenting is hard as heck. And if if what you're doing comes from a good place, a healthy place, then who am I to knock you or judge you?
Mommy,
Yes?
when I did all the things that I'm supposed to do, then I can get this little air pump.
You can get a lot of things when you do what you're supposed to do, baby.
Yeah.
It's all about doing the work. Look at that, came full circle. Ain't God good?
Yeah, and this air pump, and this pump very cool.
It is very cool. It's yeah.
I was just talking to the friends.
Okay, but I was doing a video. Can I finish up, my love?
Yep.
All right. You want to get your tablet so you can show everybody how to use the air pump? The bicycle Air Attack 500.
I'm going to tell you how an air pump works.
No, not on mine, on your tablet, my love. I'm doing a video about some other stuff. Enlightenment and, what's the other word? Transformation and, ascension.
I want to tell your friends how an air pump works.
Really quick.
When you pull the handle up and push it down, then it lets all the air out, the hose.
Mm-hmm.
And that cool?
That is really cool.
And the handle even can spin.
Mm-hmm.
Like a ceiling fan.
Right. It's very convenient.
Yeah. There's a little circle that's connected to a little bar.
Mm-hmm. All right. You got anything else?
Yeah.
One more thing. Final note.
Toys are made out of atoms, and toys are made out of tiny, tiny atoms.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't see them because there's plastic on toys that keep them from melting
I see.
in water.
Right. These are all really great points. Thank you so much, baby. But I'm going to finish up my video, okay?
Okay. Does this look like a street light and with a camera connecting to it?
Sure. Okay. So,
This is my invention.
just, I think the last thing I was saying is I'm
The
looking
street
at
light
how
goes
I
down.
parent, honey.
Yes.
With you so close to my camera is picking up everything you're saying, so it's very, very distracting. Can you please go do that somewhere else? Or be quiet, thank you. So yeah, just looking at everything with a greater sense of freedom. Like, you know, one thing and another thing in particular that I've noticed, and I guess just started to realize and appreciate about myself is that I'm willing to go above and beyond to help. And in a lot of scenarios, it was a situation. The situation became, I guess, the worse I felt about myself, the more I would act to try to prove or gain a sense of value from others. And it's like I was just waiting to be validated, and it was something I didn't even really realize I had going on. Like I knew on some level that everybody likes attention, but I like attention, and I like acknowledgement and all that stuff.
Can we say hi to your friends too? Hi!
That's your final interruption, okay? Thank you.
And penguins.
Final interruption. That means the last one. No more after this, please. And thank you. There's a lot of stuff you can be doing right now.
The wanks.
But yeah, so yeah, this whole validation thing. I what's funny is I didn't even realize it was a thing. Okay.
What?
I thought about, with this being a pandemic and wanting to, I did get sick pretty early on. I was sick for maybe about 2 weeks. And I didn't have a fever, so I was like, okay, well, I'm good, at least it's not COVID. And then, all this news comes out, oh, well, some people are actually testing positive for COVID and they don't have fevers, and, all the rules that we started out with, we're not, we're still figuring this whole thing out. So it's like, okay, now that I've had it, there was the whole, well, can I get reinfected? And then, I know there's only a certain period where you can transmit it, but then we're seeing complications further down the line with people who recovered. So it's just a lot, and I'm just, my biggest priority right now is myself, so that I can manage my household. And that's, my household is me and my son. So, he's number 2. And only because number 1, me, has to take care of him. So I can't put him as the number 1 priority. Y'all get it. But, there are people who have reached out to me during this time who are like, oh, well, I got this going on, or we got this going on, or this has happened over here, and or can you do this? And it was like, it was kind of, my first thoughts were, I understand that we all have to count on our village, that there's that whole thing, but I gotta be number 1. I gotta be number 1, and from an uncompromising, completely, stoic point of view or stance, I guess. No. I'm not coming out to, no. And at first it was really hard. And it was like, what is going, I turned down, sorry guys, I turned down an opportunity to go hang out with one person in particular. And I could tell it bothered them. And I was like, well, I started to sort of explain myself. And it was like, everything you're saying is completely obvious. It's on the news. It's on the radio. Everyone is talking about it. Why do you need to put up and offer these explanations when, what's... It's obvious. So, and it was like, well, at least I can sort of, I was like, for what? At least you can sort of like smooth the fact that you said no over. Or you said no, and that's your answer, period. So it just sort of started to practice that a little bit more, and like really start to look into like, where did this even come from in the first place? Why did I start doing this, and when did I start doing this? And
Mommy.
Tracing a lot of those types of decisions I make on a daily basis back to their origin, and figuring it out, like, what, this is what's happening here. Yes.
I don't want to sit in a bunch of this bird poop.
Well, honey, you probably shouldn't be sitting down anyway. There's a big yard with a lot of stuff you can do in it. Go run around. Okay, well, if you're gonna play with that, I ask that you don't interrupt my video anymore. If you do, I'm gonna have to put that away, because we brought that out so you could play with it and have something to do, right? Okay, so if you're done with it, we can put it away. Even in a situation like that, I would feel bad, like, oh, sort of pleading, like, please let me finish. No, you see what's going on. And, really just starting to not necessarily push back, but push back and say, you know what, this is my time here on this planet. This is my life. This is my body. This is my property. This is mine.
Yep, it is definitely yours.
Excuse you. This is mine. This is my video. My video. And, you know, I'm willing to share and I'm willing to compromise as long as the day is long. But I'm not going to keep bending over backwards. Like, I don't owe anybody anything. You know, there's no reason for me to approach any situation apologetically if I've expressed how I feel after being asked my opinion. Or, you know, if I'm being asked a question and I say, and it's a yes or no question, I say no, then I shouldn't feel bad. There's no reason for me to feel bad about it or to apologize, you know. So just coming into so many different realizations like that, I feel freer. I feel lighter. I feel like, you know, all of the what I call explanations and rationalizations for a lot of the decisions I've made. I can't keep accepting them anymore. There is something bigger and I feel it. There's a much bigger picture, and I'm coming into the understanding that if I even am thinking about it or considering it, then it is for me. You see, I have that quote on my my Facebook page. A mouse would never consider running the jungle because it's a mouse. You know, maybe they do what they do on their level, but once a lion pops out, you know, mice. I don't think lions really waste their time with mice, but y'all get what I'm saying. A zebra isn't gonna run away from a mouse. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, I hope that me sharing these insights really help you guys to really start to think about, like, what is, like, if this stuff never goes back to how it was before, what do you want to take with you? Like, what do you want the rest of your life to look like? Where? With what type of people? You know, under what type of rules? You know, what's going to be law in your life? You know, we have the laws of nature, and, you know, obviously you want to make sure that the laws that you abide by, you know, sort of align with that, or you'll be fighting. But and if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, there's I think it's 21 universal laws, or 12. Y'all gonna have to look it up. I can't think of the number right now, but yeah, you know, I encourage you all to free yourselves from what I really think this period of time with this coronavirus stuff. Are you serious? I really think this time with the coronavirus stuff was an opportunity for all of us to say, you know what? What's really important? Like, what do I need, and what can I cut out? You know, and I hope that all of y'all get the opportunity to really, really consider these things. Like, what is a good life for you? You know, what are your expectations and requirements from the universe and from your surroundings? You know, are you making it a point to be content with where you are and with what you have? Are you building? Are you growing? Are you, you know, if you're not happy with where you are, what are you working on? What are you doing to change it? So these are really important questions, even if it's something as simple as, let me find some YouTube videos that talk about one of my interests, and how to monetize it, how to make money from this thing I really like doing, or how to get better at doing this thing I really like doing, or what I'm interested in. You know, am I putting aside money? Like, I want to travel. I put aside money for that. I put aside money just to have money aside, but now that I'm in this place where I'm like, okay, I got the money. You know, are y'all doing stuff like that for yourselves? What do you want this time next year to look like for you, as far as where you live and what you do for fun? The people you know, if you had to be quarantined with these people, you gonna be all right? Are you at peace regardless of your circumstances? That's something you gotta work at. That's part of the work you gotta incorporate. Figure out what it is that brings you peace. All right. I love you guys. Thank y'all for sticking in. This is a pretty long video, but I definitely appreciate you guys tuning in and kicking it with your girl. I don't think I did this in the beginning. If y'all if y'all didn't know, I am an aspiring psychologist. I am also I'm working towards becoming a life coach and mentor and public speaker. My name is tiffanylnewton, and I really am, I'm an empath, and I am working on my intuitive capabilities at this point. But for the most part, my mission is to come and shake some shit up and get people really thinking outside of the box, outside of the norm, and questioning their existence so they can start to create what it is they came here to create. And so that's my mission, is to, you know, push people to stop being comfortable with settling. So as I do it myself, I share the insights. And yeah, if you guys want to join the community, please subscribe. Please, if you know anyone who could benefit from this message, feel free to share. And yeah, I would really appreciate some thumbs up, some likes. Yeah, but thank you guys again for tuning in, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.